All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's video was going to be a Ranger review video. I was going to talk about all things Ranger related, the pros, the cons, things that I think need to be adjusted. Lots of drama would ensue over my personal opinions on the internet, but we can't do that. They had to close down the servers yesterday, so I didn't get the proper B-roll I needed to go through all the different skills and abilities. Sitting there, hitting each individual skill, and therefore I'm behind on editing, I'm behind on all these things. That video will be coming out Monday or Tuesday of next week. I apologize, but save your drama and save the outcry for my opinions later. Today's video, we are going to lean a little bit more into the economy discussions that we had yesterday. It seems like a lot of you guys provided feedback, you liked that discussion, and we're going to do some piecemeal stuff, and I'm going to keep trying to provide valuable input. And so we're going to talk this time about gear. This is a discussion I had with a few guild members this last week, in general talking about upgrading gear and opportunity costs. And so this is going to be a nerdier video, but hopefully it provides some value. Hopefully it provides some insight for you guys building your builds in the future. So let's just dive into it. First things first, the vast majority of people in Ashes of Creation do not have infinite gold. The vast majority of us do not. And because we don't have infinite gold, because we don't have infinite resources, infinite high-end resources, we have to make choices. We have to make choices on what we're going to build, what we're going to upgrade first, what we're going to choose. And all of this depends on our player loops. We all know this part. Like if you're a hunter, you may want to upgrade your hunting bow to legendary before you upgrade your PvP gear because, you know, that's more valuable to you. Same with crafting, same with literally anything else in the game. And so your choices are going to be different than mine. And we're not talking about those differences here. We're not talking about why my choices are better than yours or anything like that. Obviously a joke. But what we are going to talk about is the opportunity cost of upgrading one piece of gear to another. And so this is a decision I was coming to yesterday. And not yesterday, this is a decision I was coming to this last week. I've gotten a little bit of gold and I want to make some upgrades on my gear. I like to PvP. I like to have higher level gear because obviously gear in this game is pretty crazy at the moment. And so because of that, I need to make sure my gear is just better. And so one of the upgrades I've been looking at is doing my earrings. Now, I talked a little bit about this yesterday. I talked about how in other MMORPGs, oftentimes what you have happen is when you go from level 1 to level 10, all of your gear before that gets replaced, and level 10 is automatically better. When we go from level 10 to level 20 in other games, level 20 stuff is better. And most people are used to this. You know, if you've been playing MMORPGs for a long time, you understand that this is the system that typically exists. That is not the system for Ashes of Creation, because they also have the enchanting system. So with enchanting online, depending on what level you can enchant things, lower level gear may be quite a bit more powerful than higher level gear. A lot of you probably already know this. But because of this higher level enchanting, because of this higher level gear having more base stats and costing more, this means that there is a cost to acquire different rarities, different types of gear, and some of it is substantially cheaper for just a fraction of a power decrease. And so what I'm looking at upgrading is from my shot collar earrings that have been recently changed in name to these great golden hoop earrings. These are really easy to get on the traders. They were 30 silver the last time I looked. That was a few weeks ago. They may even be cheaper now. Even if you don't want to drop that type of silver, you can go farm it really, really quickly off of a level 9 mob. And they come in uncommon. You can get them crafted at a higher level, of course, but just at uncommon enchanted level 0, you get 3 fizz power and you get 1 strength. Doesn't look like much of anything, but strength is one of the waterfall stats. I'm sure you guys also know in other videos that waterfall stats are extremely valuable in Ashes of Creation because you get added more things. And so strength itself gives you physical power rating, physical accuracy rating, and physical penetration rating. You get 3 stats instead of 1, and so each time you upgrade strength, you get, 3 physical power rating, 1 physical accuracy rating, 1 physical penetration rating. I'm sorry. But each time you upgrade 1 strength, you get a boost to all those in rating. And so when you're starting out, enchanting these are super cheap because it is a level 0 item piece. I got mine up to +8 for less than a gold, so I went and farmed these. I'm pretty sure both my earrings cost less than 1 gold to get them up to +8, which provides 9 strength and 11 physical power rating. So now I've taken a level 0 piece, I have Walmarted the shit out of it and upgraded it, and now it actually has some value sitting in my inventory because now it provides a decent amount. Now, if I wanted to upgrade these, I have to go and look up in the Ashes Codex and I have to find different pieces. And so one of the ones that popped up on mine was this bone earring. If we look at it in uncommon, it provides 10 to 11 fizz power rating and 1 strength at level 0. So you get 8 more fizz power going from level 0 to level 10, which, you know, is fine, but now that we've enchanted the other one, we need to look to see like where this is going to get better. Now, also, I don't want to just like upgrade this to +8 or +9. I don't think the fizz power, you know, gaining 8 or 9 fizz power with enchanting this stuff at uncommon is providing a ton of value here. So I don't think just straight enchanting this bone earring provides me enough. Obviously I can go farm it, but the cost to upgrade these is, you know, it's going to be a little bit more because this is a level 10. However, it is relatively easy to get these bone earrings in rare. And if you go and you look on the Codex or anywhere else, you see that the difference between rare and epic isn't that much. There really isn't much of a difference. You go from 11 fizz power to 12 or 13 fizz power. Basically, the next break is between rare and legendary. And if you have the legendary materials for this, maybe you wanna pull the strings and, you know, actually get the higher level amount. But that's why you see this breaking point where people are selling these rare bone earrings, because it provides another waterfall stat, which is dexterity. And so now this is where it starts to get interesting. Now I can have 2 waterfall stats and upgrade this, and this is a pretty clear upgrade for me. However, I still need to upgrade this a decent amount before this starts outperforming my great golden hoop earrings. And so I don't know the exact number, but I would guess somewhere around the +5 to +6 range is where I would start to see this earring outperform my level 0 great golden hoop. I would have a little bit less strength. I'd have a little bit more crit chance. I'm guessing around that range is what it would cost in order to do so. Now, what's the cost to acquire these? Well, I can go out and collect the materials. I don't have any of them. I don't. So that's going to take me hours. Our time is money. We've all heard this, right? So hours is money. But what's the gold cost? If you go and look at the traders on Vira right now, these are going for 13.5 gold a piece. And so these are 27 gold just for the 2 of them at +0. We also know with upgrading, that's also going to take gold. So it is well over 30 gold. I think it would probably cost 35 to 40 gold in total to get these at or better than where I'm at. And so we're gonna use the lowest common denominator. We're gonna say it's 35-ish gold in total for me to upgrade these. Now, 35 gold may be a lot for you. It may not be. We're all different players. We all have different cost benefit. You know, like this may be super valuable for you because you're sitting on 2,000 gold and this means nothing to you. Or you could be on 50 gold and this is a serious investment and this is something you may want to consider. And so when I'm looking at this, I could spend 35 gold, 35 to 40 gold to upgrade these and have, you know, extra the same amount of strength and a little bit more dexterity and a higher crit chance. Or I could look at other options. And what I know is right now journeyman level carpentry is online in Vira. And I know that they are working on the journeyman level weaving station. And so because I know these 2 things are being worked on at the moment, I know that sometime in the next week or so, if all goes well and things happen, journeyman level longbows will be online. And so what this means is if we go and we look at the longbows that exist, the one that I'm looking at, of course, is the Carfin bow. I'm looking at updating this Carfin bow which has now been changed to the longside bow, because it provides 2 waterfall stats. It also provides lifesteal. Lifesteal isn't a great stat or anything, but when you're a ranger and you don't have any self-healing, lifesteal is kind of nice. And especially when you have this kind of fizz power and waterfall stats attached to it, it's a pretty powerful bow. My current bow, I have about 285 fizz power. Even if I only get the materials for a heroic, I get anywhere from a 317 fizz power bow to a 358 fizz power bow, depending on the materials I acquire, depending on my crafter's quality rating, these sorts of things. And so with this specific bow upgrade, I would gain 40 fizz power at minimum, as well as a substantial amount of strength over my current bow, as well as a substantial amount of dexterity. And I already have some of the materials. And so my current opportunity cost for me is to invest and wait for this bow until I get more gold. And so this is more valuable for me in the long run than getting, or in the short run, than getting an upgrade to my earrings. And so I have held off, and I am sticking with the Walmart level 0 earrings for now, because they are cheap, they are powerful at that level, and they're just worth having for now. And so if you're starting out in this game, or if you're gold light and you've been holding on to level 20 stuff because it's level 20, I think that's a mistake. That's obviously a mistake for a variety of reasons. You're just holding on to rule sets from past games, and you either need to get with the times or just accept the fact that your build is going to be inferior to other people that are looking at the math and building into things. I'm not trying to be mean about this. I know a few people, they've talked to me about wanting to hold on to their level 20s. It's a mistake. It's a mistake because of the opportunity, like how cheap this stuff is. People are selling level 20 stuff at a much higher level. You can turn that level 20 into a level 0 or a level 10 and upgrade it and have a way stronger piece right now. Now, some people are holding out because maybe they think that, you know, the enchanting system is going to change. There's been rumors of that. We don't know when that's going to happen, right? And so people are gambling on this, which is also a fine choice. You can hold out hope that that could be a thing, and that's more than fine. Personally, for me, I'd rather just have the gold to acquire things and have something better for now. And when they do make those changes, I have the gold in order to purchase the things that I need that will obviously be better later on. And so there are lots of pieces like these great golden hoop earrings. For me, the purifier bracers are a good level 0 item. You can upgrade them to epic because the materials are super cheap, easy to acquire lower level. You can get them to +8 really easily because they're a smaller armor piece. They're super cheap. Not the best in slot, but they're Walmart best in slot, right? Like they're going to give you a lot of power in a very short term. The Riverstalker cape, another one that provides a waterfall stat for strength. Is it the best cape? Are there better base level 10 capes? Absolutely, but there's none that provides strength currently, and so upgrading that one to +8 will also be cheap. And so these are things you need to look at. If you're a caster, there are plenty of level 0 items that you could improve upon your current level 20 gear in order to make your build better for relatively cheap, to make yourself stronger. And so these opportunity costs exist everywhere in this game. And the coolest part about Ashes, and this is part of the reason, one of the biggest reasons I'm still playing, is that a lot of it is based off of speculation on where the server is going to go, what you think is going to happen. Obviously, I might make some mistakes. I might make some mistakes and upgrade the wrong gear because something might come online later and make my gear obsolete. Like one of the gambles, this is the last thing I'll say in this video, I talked to my guild about a month and a half ago, about how it's probably going to be a long time before journeyman level weaponsmithing comes online. And so because it's going to be a while before journeyman level weaponsmithing comes online, level 10 greatswords for fizz power for fighters and rangers and whatnot are going to be way more valuable for a while, and it may be worth investing in those. And so what my guild did is we went out and we got this two-handed sword. Two-handed legendary sword at level 10. I'm sure lots of people are getting this, of course, but it's the Forsaken Blade greatsword. And so when you look at this, it's got Constitution, it's got Strength, it's easy to get. Ash Plank and Legendary, super easy. Copper ingots are relatively easy to get, and the Forsaken Blade fragments, which you're going to have to fight over because it's a contested area. But because you can enchant this will be better than a lot of level 20 great swords in the short term. And so a few members of my guild have been running around with this for the last month plus, because it's a long time before level 20 weaponsmithing comes online, and this enchanted is just better than a lot of level 20 stuff, and they've been reaping the advantage of that. Now, this was a good choice, right? This is a good choice. This is a long period of time to have a very powerful weapon. But if weaponsmithing, came on the next day, it would have been a poor investment in resources, right? It would have been a poor investment because now there's a lot better stuff for cheaper to acquire. And so all this is opportunity cost. All this stuff is exciting. It's forecasting and seeing where your server is, what direction they're heading, and what you can prepare for. And all of this has different amounts of value, and that value means different things to different players that have different goals in a sandbox style game. I know this is a lot. Hopefully I provided some good input for you guys on lower level gear. I know it's not best in slot or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that it is, but a lot of you guys could upgrade gear for cheap and be a lot more powerful and be a lot more effective in your groups if you did this, and that has value. So I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys have any questions or comments, please provide in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.